being forgotten or overlooked just hurts. You know, it just fucking hurts. I've been healing my feminine essence. It's been a really long journey of doing this. And the thing about the feminine is there's so much pain there from so many years and lifetimes of being oppressed, repressed, abused. And all the experts say if you are feeling this darkness, feeling the heaviness, the pain, the trauma, feeling it, giving it its voice, allowing it to go, that you're opening up to have the capacity to feel more joy. Yesterday was a real trigger. Even though I tried to kind of just not let it be. It hurts. It hurts to be a single mom. It hurts to not get flowers on Mother's Day. You know, it hurts. It sucks. And I wanted to dive deeper into that because I was being called to dive into this pain. Let me tell you, this stuff was deep-rooted. I mean, it was deep-rooted, and I think this was ancestral. I think this was just for all the women that have been nothing when they're literally everything. I read something yesterday on one of these women's healing forums, and the definition of an object is something that it has no feelings, expected to have no needs. It has no needs, it has no feelings, but it is there solely for the use of others. And they said this is how women have been treated and viewed over so many lifetimes, centuries, decades. I allow myself to feel this pain because that's what's happening. I'm choosing to be brave enough to feel through it instead of numb it. But I just think it's like, how hard is it to just bring someone flowers on Mother's Day? Like, they have this stuff set up at every gas station, every grocery store, even on the corners, people like set up their homemade stands. Like, for any grown man to be driving and not see that, like, how much do you really disregard? Like, I get treated like I'm a piece of shit, but I'm not one. And I think that's where the self-love and the self-care, like, it has to be there. And it's not just about the flowers. You know, I could just go buy myself some flowers, but it's not the same. It's not the lifestyle of and the experience of being remembered by someone you love, or, you know, I want to break these cycles, and I can't do it by myself, because a lot of it is, why can't these men grab a bouquet of flowers with their kid and tell the kid, hey, go hand this to your mom for Mother's Day? Like, what's the problem here? And I just think it's too normalized for too many people to just treat your mom like shit. I don't know. Maybe it's just me. I mean, I saw a lot of people having a lot of happy times on my timeline, you know? Stuff I know nothing about. Family, being celebrated. Even if I do, on a very rare occasion, have like a birthday dinner or something, like either with my dad or something, it's like, or if a random time, if my one ex would possibly do something that's kind of nice for me, he has the attitude about it like it's a chore, like it's not something genuine, so it's like, why even do it? I don't even know if my kids love me at all. Or I don't know if they really think I am just a bad mom, and I don't know. Like, last night I laid up all night just crying. You know, I couldn't sleep. I wanted to. I allowed my body to get relaxed. I took a magnesium bath, and it very, very much relaxed my body, and I actually felt really good in my body. And because of that, I thought maybe I could sleep that night. But really what it did was lead me into some deep healing, and some deep releasing. And so I was laying there, and I could just feel this sadness, and I'm like, what is this feeling? You know, like, it goes deep down in here and then into the solar plexus, you know, your self-worth. And I could feel and hear myself sobbing, and it was such like a deep soul, like, cry, you know. And it was like, because of all this PTSD I have, my body's on a constant alert, you know, a constant vigilance. I am hyper vigilant because I have to be. And so it's very rare for me to be able to like relax. And so when I do finally get my body to relax, it's my brain that won't. So part of my what I'm healing is getting my brain, my body, my heart, and my soul, and all aspects in one agreement, in synthesis. And also for my masculine and feminine to be in a marriage with each other instead of dueling. And so I actually, through this deep pain crying release, I could feel where maybe my masculine was bullying my feminine, because that's all I've really been. I've only been bullied by men, or, I've never had a nice relationship. I do have some situationships that I believe to be positive, but situationships are not really relationships, and that's fine. That's okay. It's just in my head, I know how I would prefer things, and I want to keep treating myself good, and I think still I have come a far way, because it used to be, well, everyone around me is treating me like shit, and that internalized into me literally hating myself. Like, I despised every hair on my body. I despised every inch. I despised existence. I just remember the only thing playing in my brain would just be like horrible, terrible things that have just been playing on a repeat probably since very early childhood. And I noticed that even though I haven't rounded that hump, I guess you could say, at some point you're going up this hill and you got to turn, and it's going to go downhill, easier. And that at some point your inner dialogue, your inner core belief should be reflecting in your outside reality, and you will see a difference in how things are showing up for you in your life. And I go back and forth with this. I think yesterday, because it was a special day for some people, even though I was trying to just go along like it was just a normal day and not like feel sad, like it gets old. Like, it gets old constantly being in a state of pain, a state of being hurt, a state of being sensitive. Like, I'm trying to think in my head, wait a second, I should be grateful, like, for what did happen, or grateful for what didn't happen. I was alone. I got to enjoy a quiet morning with my kids, just hanging around. It was like not a special thing. It was like, that's what's normal, and that's okay. That's nice. I don't even think the one knew it was Mother's Day. I'm not even going to get into this whole kids thing, but this is more about how I was called to erupt some very deeply ingrained and deeply rooted pain programming, lack programming. Right now I feel neutralized. My feminine channel feels clear because I did go ahead and, feel that pain. I felt it uprooting, but it was like I wasn't just feeling it for me. I was feeling it for so many single mothers. And you know what? I was feeling it for mothers who are with a man, but that man is shit. And simultaneously, while I was feeling that deep pain of being overlooked, being forgotten, being, feeling like you're nothing, you're invisible, you're worthless, that kind of pain. I was also simultaneously at this point able to tap into seeing joy from others who are receiving this beautiful treatment that I feel that I would love to experience one day. And I was able to kind of, scroll, and I could see these posts of, my Facebook friends and stuff, and I was able to say, okay, yes, this is something I'd like to experience, and I may or may not ever have that chance. I'd like to believe that at some point I'll cross a threshold on this healing journey, and I'll be able to manifest and call in these experiences that I deeply crave. But like I said, sometimes it really goes back and forth. I'll see a little progress, and then I'm catapulted even deeper, and it's like the tree roots. It's like if you want, these deep roots of this tree are getting really rooted in here, and so it's able to grow up and flourish. I want to think that eventually I will have reached the deepest, darkest depths of this pain, and I want to flourish. I mean, I don't, it's not that I enjoy this constant melancholic existence of it's so dystopian. And I realize people are dying, this world is very strange. But every person in this world is seeing things from a different perspective, and I want my perspective to be positive, but yet I can't be toxic positive. I have to be real. And what is real and what was real for me yesterday was my broken heart. And I swear, I thought I could die. And I had to make peace with that. I didn't know if this pain in my heart was really just going to be the thing to take me out. Obviously, I'm still here. Finally, there's sunshine. It seemed like the day before was really, really positive for me. Somehow, 2 days ago, I went to bed and I started visualizing what I actually want in my life, you know, romance. So I'm visualizing this with my specific person. And I went to sleep and I slept so good. I actually slept through the whole night. And that never happens to me. So rarely. And I woke up and I felt okay. You know, I didn't wake up wanting to kill myself. I woke up thinking, oh, okay, hey, you know, I felt okay. And I looked at my phone. I had 7 or 8 missed calls from my specific person and a bunch of texts on every platform: Snap, Insta, Facebook Messenger. He was wanting to see me the night, you know, and I'm like, well, I'll be damned. I manifested, but I missed my manifestation. So that was crazy. So yeah, we never ended up hooking up or anything, but we did text a lot. And I felt really fulfilled and hopeful from some of the stuff that we were saying back and forth to each other. I felt like our conversation got a little tiny bit deeper. This is a situationship, and it's been almost 2 years, over two years. But I don't see them very much, and I wish I did. But anyway, that was a good day. That was a random, rare, happy day. One of my other situationships sent me some money on Cash App. My dad was nice to me. That's kind of rare. My little son was sweet. So it was just all this stuff, right? And I was thinking, oh my God, did I do it? Did I change my life? Did I heal? Did I heal the rest of the way? You know, did that clearing I did and that visual, like, did it work? Did I manifest? Like, oh yeah. You know, so I went, you know, I'm just thinking, okay, hey, things are working. My healing's working. My all this energetic clearing, this stuff's working. Like, and then comes Mother's Day, right? And I woke up sad, kind of for no reason. I mean, not no reason, but just obviously my life. I'm a single mom. Like, yeah, would I rather have gotten woken up by some man that loves me with some flowers and, you know, a massage and some sex, and then, like, he let me lay in the bed while he goes and feeds the kids? Yeah, I would have rather that. I would have obviously rather that, but that's not my life. You know, I have kids from abusive situations. And the kids acted fine. There was no issues. There was no fighting, no squabbling. I made waffles, you know, for them. It was a pretty quiet day, sitting around like usual. And there was just a deep sadness looming even though it seemed like a fine day. And I kept trying to tell myself, this is okay, this is neutral, this is neutral. This is not love, this is not the romance, this is not the life you want. But I'm also not there with a man who hurts me. I mean, these men continue to hurt me, but they're just not there in the house, right? So it's kind of like a far away being hurt. Like, even though, like, I don't know, I felt like if I had children with decent men, well, first of all, then I would have only had one person to have kids with instead of 4. I feel like any decent man would have gotten some flowers for the mother of his kid and like had their kid give it or something, or whatever. The one did send me some money and said Happy Mother's Day, but it's like I gotta chalk this up to my worth is not determined by how these people treat me. I'm worth more. And I just wish my kids could see that, the only thing that's within my power is treating myself better. And that's all I can do. It's all I can do. I can't make these men see any type of a worth in me. And I have to accept that. And I don't freaking like them anyways. It's just we're all stuck in this situation. These kids are here already. Like, we cannot reverse time. I cannot go back and reverse time and meet a soulmate and have a family. That's just, even if it did happen in the future, I can never get these years back. These years have been absolute hell. And so yeah, I mean, I didn't want it to affect my kids, so I just kind of tried to just, they don't really hang out with me anyways. I was just on the couch. They go to their rooms, do their own thing. At one point, 2 of them wanted to go to the ice cream stand, so I gave them money and they went to the little ice cream stand. But I'm sitting here thinking, where's this pain really coming from? Because it wasn't like it was such a bad day. I mean, it wasn't ideal, but it wasn't that bad. There's way worse. But I mean, I don't know. I guess when you're fucking feeling pain, it don't care. You know what I'm saying? When something wants to come up and be felt, it wants to come up and be fucking felt. But let me tell you what really helped me feel through this stuff is this magnesium. I don't know if you guys have heard of this magnesium, but for someone who is on constant fight or flight, you don't really realize how your body isn't relaxed until you actually do relax, and then you're like, wow, I live like this. I literally live like this. Not relaxed, hypervigilance. I'm tight, you know what I mean? I'm just tight. I'm always ready to have to defend myself or my kids or whatever. And the magnesium helps you clear trauma from your body. And I had bought some magnesium bath soak from myself. Go check out my other channel, The Posh Rockstar. I sell pampering and self-care products. But I only used half of a bath because I know I'm sensitive. I don't need like a full dose usually of anything. Shit, within 30 seconds of me laying in that bath, I could feel something in my body like just opening. You know, it was almost like this pain, this seed of this pain was buried so deep, but it was just armor and shit and sludge buried on top of it, that I couldn't actually ever feel this pain to get to the seed, to get to the root. And let me tell you what, fucking uprooted that shit, explanted that seed. You know, I did the work, and I feel clearer right now. I mean, I'm like recovering from doing the work. Don't get me wrong, I'm not like sitting here happy or anything. I'm neutral. But this work is not easy. And I'm thankful that I'm in a position that I can do the work. Like, obviously, I'm not at a job right now. I think a lot of people don't ever get a chance to do their inner work, their soul work, healing their feminine. I'm getting it out the mud, yo. Like, no mud, no lotus. And I don't want to be in a cesspool of normalized abuse, lack, poverty. I don't want that to be what's normal. That's not who I'm looking up to. That's not who I want to have a comparison to. That might be where I'm coming from, but it's where I never want to fucking be. And so I'm looking at these women. I'm looking at these role models of women who are thriving. Women who are free to feel happy and joyful and girly. You know, the women who are enjoying their life, getting completely taken care of by the masculine, enjoying trips to the salon, massages, enjoying luxury gifts, enjoying just constant cash apps, feeling beautiful, looking beautiful. This is what I want for my life. I want to be truly in my feminine essence. And I never had that chance, you know. In order for a feminine essence to be free to like even be, there has to be an amount of safety there. There has to be an amount of safety to where you can turn off your hypervigilance, you can turn off your masculine doing and just be, because a true feminine can just be, you know. It's being in touch with your inner child. It's being in touch with that girly part of you. And, you know, I want that for myself, not just on the outer shell, but for the inside. I want to feel that. And I want to be treated like a girl, you know. I want to be treated good. I want someone to care about me and make sure I'm good, make sure I'm taken care of, sex me up, make sure I got food in my belly, make sure I'm getting my needs met, you know. Not try to play small and act like I don't have needs. Like, I do have needs, you know. And that's something I realized last night. I have physical needs and I have emotional needs, and none of them are being met. And my whole life, none of them have been met. And it's shitty to have to live like that. And I don't want to. I don't want to anymore. You know? And it's getting to the point where I'm going to meet my own motherfucking needs rather than just not having them met at all. I have a need for someone to look in my eyes and tell me I'm beautiful and give me a kiss. I have a need to be fucked by my favorite person. I have a need to be cuddled. I have a need to feel like I am comfortable in my own body and that my body is beautiful. I have a need to be grabbed. You know? I have a need for my opinion to be respected and cared about. I have a need for so much. Maybe I should go buy myself flowers, just so that my kids can see my mom is a woman. My mom is our mom. She deserves flowers. And if I don't have a man who's outwardly providing for me, then I'm going to take the resources that I do have and provide for my damn self. Even though it's not the same. You know, I have resources. I can tap into those resources. I might not have a man, but there are many men in this universe, you know? There are many men in this universe, and God can choose to flow through any one of them at any given point to meet my needs. Yeah, I do think I'm going to go pick myself out some flowers. Because you know what? I want flowers. I'm a girl, and I like flowers. I like the way they smell. I like the way they look. I like fucking flowers. And I'm not going to diminish my needs, my wants. As simple or silly as any man thinks it is, it's important to give a mom flowers on Mother's Day. Period. And that's my masculine talking, you know? And I think my masculine and my feminine need to be on the same page. And I think yesterday was a real breakthrough for me, even though it was a breakthrough through severe pain, which they mostly often are. Allowing that pain to finally be felt, allowing the screams of the ancestors and the women who came before me who were treated like fucking dogs, treated like fucking slaves, treated like objects, sex objects. Those women who came before me, I'm releasing their cries. I released their oppression by feeling into my own and feeling where that was buried inside of me. And the feminine, she's not afraid to feel. Men might not understand a feminine's feelings, but the feminine is not afraid to feel a full range of emotions, from pain to joy. And I really want to believe, I really, really want to believe that because I felt all that pain and I cleared it and I released it, now I have a whole open empty space. I have a whole open empty space now. And I'm not going to let nobody fill it with any more shit. I'm not going to let people's negative words absorb into me. I'm going to fill that open empty space with universe, oneness, love, feminine magnetism, beauty, peace. I'm just not going to let anyone I'm not going to let anyone dictate my worth or my value. No matter how shitty they are, fuck them. It's a beautiful day. And even though I wish I was here with a soulmate or something, a boyfriend, I'm here. I'm here nonetheless. I'm not stuck at work. I'm not stuck with some stupid ass dude. I'm here. And that's at least neutrality. And I think that I've been wanting to reach neutrality for a long time. And I think that I want to reach joy. I want to reach real happiness, real love. I want to experience this stuff. But to be able to go through such deep pain and have it release and literally feel this physically, I'm glad for that. I am glad for that. So I'm remaining open. I'm going to keep remaining open. And the thing about being open and being in your feminine and having the feminine is open, Feminine is open. And that means I have to trust myself. I have to trust my own masculine. And I have to trust the universe that I've done enough work to where I don't need a coat of armor of steel to be open, but just this aura of light. I'm not going to allow another man in my life that treats me badly. I'm just not going to allow it. Not emotionally, not physically. I'm still going to have to deal with everyone I'm already dealing with, but they're already pretty much at arm's length, farther than arm's length. And I believe now, I feel like because of this, I really do believe even more so that now that I have shed a lot of this faulty programming, I can reprogram myself. I can start reprogramming myself. And I want to take the time to be kind to myself, because you know what, if I treat myself kindly, I'm not going to accept anyone who doesn't, and that's just how that's going to go. I want to make my inner child happy, and I think my inner child and my inner goddess is going to be really happy when she gets to pick out flowers. I do want flowers. So, that's what I'm going to do. Anyways, hopefully this video helped someone. I feel bad for anyone who, has to be stuck in this single motherhood lifestyle, because it's rough. It's really fucking rough. And I've had it real rough even on the financial aspect, but it's I feel like there's so many layers to this single motherhood that even once you kind of get better with the finances, there's so much emotional trauma that's just waiting there for you, you know? So once you pass one level of horrible fucking shit, don't worry, there's gonna be more. But I mean, I really, really do believe that at some point there's only so much, you know, you can clear it out. Like, that's what I've been doing. This is like why I started this shit. Like, I started a healing journey because I could not keep living how the fuck I was living in these cycles. And yeah, it had to have been put on to me not only just early childhood, but lifetimes before. Lifetimes and lifetimes before, you know? This is from society, this is from ancestors, this is a lot. And I believe this work is important. I believe this clearing and this soul healing is important. And I believe that I'm becoming more healthy from it, even though a lot of times it doesn't seem like it. But, you know, I've had several years and decades of living under abuse. So, you know, when I finally did just get out of all of it, it was like it still lives within you, basically. It's a lot in your body. I don't think I'm all the way done. I'm not saying that. I mean, I feel like I got a damn big chunk cleared, and I can feel a channel. I can feel where I've cleared a significant amount. But do I believe there's more? Yeah. But I'm gonna go about my day. I just, you know, I want to belong to someone. I want to be someone's sweet baby, someone's cute girlfriend, you know, someone's muse. But until then, I'm going to treat myself good. I'm going to be my own girlfriend, my own friend. Alright, guys. Thanks for hanging out.